Good morning, and welcome to today's morning meditation. If you are new, pardon, if you are new here, that's awesome. This is a really beginner-friendly practice. So we're going to do a short meditation that has nothing to do with watching your breath. So if you've been scared of doing meditation because of that, you're in good hands. And we're going to start by getting ourselves into a comfortable seated position. That is going to be different depending on your body. You can sit on the floor, so you can sit on a cushion, and you just want to make sure you put like a pillow or something underneath your bottom so that your hips are higher than your knees. If you are on a chair, that's great. Just move towards the front of the chair so that your feet are flat. So you want to be in a posture that is alert. And you want to be in a posture that is also relaxed. So once you've found your seat, close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Just settle into the posture. And now let's just pay attention to the sounds that we hear around us. Just for the next 30 seconds, pay attention to the sounds that you hear. So you might hear sounds like outside your space, like traffic. You might hear sounds inside your space. Could be subtle, like the heat. Could be other people in your house walking around. We're just listening to what we can hear. Beautiful. So with this, we're going to try it again. Now, sometimes you might find that there are a lot of sounds, and so you have the choice of listening to all the sounds at once. You can choose one sound to concentrate on, or you might move from sound to sound. All of those work. All of those are great. And if you don't hear any sounds and it's just restful, then just enjoy that. Let's do it for another 30 seconds, listening to the sounds in the space that we are in. Gorgeous. Okay, let go of that. Now let's try paying attention to our body. Again, with our eyes closed, we're going to pay attention to, and we're going to pay attention to our physical body, not our emotional body, but feeling our body wherever our attention is drawn. So for 30 seconds, just pay attention to whatever you're drawn to in your body. It might be, how your seat touches the floor, might be your clothing against your skin, might be a kink in your neck. Just naturally go wherever your attention goes, but paying attention to your physical body. And if thoughts come up, you start worrying about something, that's fine. Just kind of notice it and then remind yourself that right now you're just paying attention to your physical body and come back. Let's go another 30 seconds. You might be paying attention to one spot. So that might be you're paying attention to your knee. You might be paying attention to several sensations in the body, or you might move from sensation to sensation. All of that is great. Let's go 30 seconds paying attention to our physical body. This is a nice one to do when you hear news that you don't love, when you're feeling really stressed, or even to pay attention to as you work, which parts are tightening when you do certain tasks. It'd be a really great way to check in with yourself. It's being aware of your body. All right, one last exploration this morning. So we're going to open our eyes and we're going to just pay attention to what comes in to our whatever we can see. And so we're not moving our heads around, the whole space. But we're simple kind of looking forward, what can you encompass? And you just want to notice what you can see. And, when an object catches your attention, look at it for as long as it's interesting. And you might spend the whole 30 seconds looking at one thing, or you might move from object to object, or you might sort of stare and the objects get a little bit blurry. Anything works. So just 30 seconds paying attention to what you can see in the space around you. This is a really nice one to do if you are um, working and feel like you need a break, but you have a lot to do. Of just taking a moment and stepping back and going, what do I see? And grounding yourself, in the moment. Let's do it again. Another 30 seconds, paying attention to what you can see. Beautiful. So, those three practices of taking a moment and taking 30 seconds to just pay attention to what you can hear, like my dog's barking, to paying attention to what you can physically feel in your body or what you can see is one way of building those mindfulness muscles. So often people think that mindfulness is like sitting and chanting and paying attention to a breath, but actually it's just paying attention to what actually is. And If you were doing this and you found that the seeing didn't work for you, then you don't need to do that, right? You could just start a practice where all you do is spend 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day just listening to the sounds in your room, and that would be a fine mindfulness practice. So now, just as we end this, pay attention to how your body's feeling right now. So, did that feel relaxing? Was that grounding for you? And if so, that's awesome. And if that caused you some stress and tension or made you feel like, I can't do this, that's okay too. Know that every time you come back to it, every time you return, it's like lifting weights for your concentration and your sensory clarity and your equanimity. And each time you do it, it's an exercise that gets you better at those things. And if you have increased concentration and you're able to focus on what you want to focus on, if you're aware of what your body is feeling most of the time, and if you are aware of your physical, so if you're aware of your physical space, that's fantastic. So many people are um, kind of coasting and not even aware that they're coasting. And then learning to just let things be, as they are, which I'm being tested with my dogs, is another way, so that when things happen that you don't love, you it doesn't knock your whole world apart, right? You have some equanimity. So thanks for joining me today. I'll be back next Monday, and I'll teach you the next step of starting a mindfulness practice. Thank you for joining me. Okay, bye.